too long ago, I shared a video on this channel talking about my pay for my first 2 months working for Outschool. I wanted to show teachers right from the beginning what I was making. I want to be totally realistic and open and honest with you so that you could see what was possible for you as a new Outschool teacher. I'm now going into my 6th month as an Outschool teacher, and I've been getting asked a lot about how it's going. So today we're going to do a deep dive into my analytics on Outschool. I'm going to show you exactly how much I'm making, what I'm teaching, how many students I've taught, and how many hours I work for the pay that I'm getting. I'm also going to show you how to look at your own analytics. This is a new feature in the Outschool teacher portal that I really like. I think it's really cool. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If this is your first time seeing my face, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future videos. My name is Jillian Shanahan. I am an online teacher, and I also coach other online teachers, and I post weekly videos right here, so you want to make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss them. So when I did my last video breaking down my Outschool pay, I was a brand new teacher at Outschool. Brand new. I was going into my 2nd month, I believe. And when I did that video, I actually used my pay, breaking it down, adding it all up. There's a lot of math that was involved. I had to double check it because it didn't even sound right that I had made that much money. And I did that using the CSB Spreadsheet. This is still there, and it's still a very valuable tool to be able to use. If you want to find the spreadsheet, you're going to go to outschool.com, go into your teacher portal, click on Teach, and then Sections. You're going to see the option to download your spreadsheet. This is going to go over very detailed section by section, class by class. It's going to break down what you taught, how many classes you taught, what you made for all of your classes. This new section on Outschool is really cool, and it's so much easier because you don't have to download anything to see your analytics. I love it. First, you're going to go to outschool.com, and you can do this on a computer or a mobile device. It doesn't matter. You can do it anywhere. You're going to go to the upper right hand corner and then scroll down until it says Teach. Click on Teach. And then there's this little magnifying glass and it says See Detailed Stats. That's where we're looking at right now today. So if you want to look at your own, that's how you're going to do it. And this brings up your analytics. So to break it down, your first section is your monthly summary. Each month that you've been a teacher on Outschool, it's going to break down your earnings, how many students or learners that you taught, and your hours taught. Now, I'll go into this a little bit more in detail once I actually show you my personal analytics and we dive into it. Hang tight, it's coming. Keep in mind that your pay is actually for the previous week. So when you guys look at mine, you're going to see pay that says it's for November, but those are actually for classes that were taught the last week of October. Go down a little bit more and it's going to give you some more detailed analytics for all the classes that you've taught in the last 90 days. It lists your class name, the type, so is it one time, flex, ongoing, multi-day, how many sections you taught in the past 90 days for each class, how many students or learners that you taught, the number of hours that you've taught each class, how much you earned, and your percentage of re-enrollment for each class, as well as your ratings, the number of reviews you have for each class, and how many parent saves each class has. By looking at this, it gives you so much inside info so that you can determine where you want to expand, what you want to focus on, and where you can improve. You want to see my paycheck? Alright, so before I show you, just remember that this month is misleading. Remember, they pay you for the week before you taught. So my November pay that you see there is actually October pay. Alright, so I'm going to bring it back. I started teaching in the very last week of May. That was when I taught my very first class. One class, 2 students showed up for a 30-minute class, and I brought home $0. In June, I focused a little bit more on Outschool, but I didn't give it too much. I really wasn't sure if I liked it, where it was going to go yet. I didn't put too much into it, and I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life. In June, I worked 5.67 hours, and I made $144.20 in June. So if you've been following me for a while, you're probably aware that June was also the month where I was temporarily fired from PALFISH. I was forced to take a 2-week leave where I couldn't teach. And during this time, I really took the time to step back and evaluate where I wanted to be at, what I wanted my life to look like, what I wanted my schedule to look like. I cut back my hours on Palefish drastically after I got rehired. I was like, this is a good time to start making those changes. I completely stopped working. I don't work Friday and Saturday night for Palefish anymore. And originally I was going to take off Sunday completely. No Outschool, no Palefish. Actually have a complete day off. But then I started getting messages from head teachers and they were like, pretty please, can you open up classes on Sundays? And somehow I got suckered into working on Sundays again. So still to this day, I do not have a day off, but that's gonna change because I got some things that I'm changing here. I'll let you know in a future video. So I do work on Sundays, but only for a few classes. With the time change happening, I changed my schedule there as well because I'm not waking up at 5 o'clock. I'm not teaching at 5 o'clock. It's just not happening. I like where I'm at right now. I don't want to wake up earlier. So in July, I really decided to step back on Palefish and I had to replace my income. So I worked 27.92 hours on Outschool and I received a total pay of $777 even. So if we use these numbers, and remember they're not totally accurate because the last week is in the next month and the first week is in the last month, and we break it down to an hourly pay, which again, it's not 100% accurate, but it's what I'm gonna use anyways for the purposes of this video. I made $27.82 an hour. In August, I worked 30.5 hours and I brought home $1,310.45. 40 cents. Sorry, I was off by 5 cents. And that gives me my slightly inaccurate hourly wage of $42.96 an hour. So as you can see, my pay is increasing. My pay just like keeps increasing every month that I work. I get more students, more repeat students, working some more hours, but my pay is steadily increasing since I started working in May. September, I added 7 hours to the month. Instead of working 30.5, I worked 37.5 hours. And I made $1,727.60. And that gives me my slightly inaccurate hourly wage of $46 an hour. All right, October, so last month. You guys ready for this? In the month of October, I worked 45.25 hours. So just a little over one full-time week. $1,874.60, which gives me my estimated hourly wage of about $41.40 an hour. So in November, I have worked 2 hours. My pay for the last week of October is reflected in this, so you get, this isn't November pay. I did not make $300 an hour, but it kind of gives you an idea of like what I'm making per week. So my last week of October, I made $600.60. Now, if you haven't yet applied to Outschool and you want to get started, and this is whether you're my referral or not, I have made you guys a super easy application guide. So check out the link in the description box below so you can pick up your free application guide. And I will see you guys all next week.